Good morning. I'd like to welcome everyone to the swearing-in ceremony for the 2016-2020 Elmore County Commissioners. We will begin with the oath of office for Commissioner Kenny Holt, who represents District 1. His oath will be done by Robert L. Franklin, Jr., Notary Public.
Within 30.
Next, we have the oath of office for Commissioner Cecil Mack Daughtry, representing District 2. The swearing-in will be done by District Judge Patrick Pinkston.
Fantastic. Would you raise your right hand, please, sir? And repeat after me. I, Mack Daughtry, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and Constitution of Alabama, so long as I continue a citizen thereof, and that I will faithfully and honestly discharge the duties of the office upon which I am about to enter, to the best of my ability. So help me God. Congratulations. Yes, sir.
Next, we have the oath of office for Commissioner Troy Stubbs, representing District 3. The oath of office will be done by Probate Judge John E. Enslin.
Place your left hand on the Bible, raise your right hand. I, Troy B. Stubbs,
I, Troy B. Stubbs,
do solemnly swear that I will support
the
Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Alabama
and the Constitution of the State of Alabama
for as long as I continue a citizen thereof, and I will faithfully and honestly discharge the duties of the office upon which I am about to enter, to the best of my ability.
So help me God. So help me God.
Congratulations. I need you to sign.
Next will be the oath of office for Commissioner Earl Reeves, who represents District 5. The swearing in will be done by District Judge Pinkston.
Raise your right hand, please, sir. I, Earl Reeves,
I, Earl Reeves,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and Constitution of Alabama,
and the Constitution of Alabama,
so long as I continue
so long as I continue
a citizen thereof,
a citizen thereof,
and that I will faithfully
and that I will faithfully
and honestly
and honestly
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the office
of the office
upon which I am about to enter,
upon which I am about to enter,
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
This concludes the swearing-in ceremony. There will be a cake reception in the conference room immediately following the commission meeting. You're welcome to stay for the commission meeting, and we'll begin in just a few minutes.
16th, 2016. The meeting is now called to order. The invocation will be done by Eric Jones, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance, led by Commissioner Holt.
Let us pray. Dear God, we come to you today. We just thank you for such a beautiful day to have this ceremony, dear God, and we just thank you for the awesome privilege to be able to be part of a democracy where we are able to elect our representatives, dear God, that serve us in government, dear Lord. I just pray for these four gentlemen that are serving our county, dear God, as public servants. I lift them up to you, dear Lord, and just pray for them and for their families. I pray for help for them, dear God. I pray for the wisdom and guidance that you would give them, dear Lord, and dear Lord, just give them the courage whenever the business does get difficult, dear Lord, to keep forging ahead, but most importantly, keep their eye on you and let you be their guide, dear Lord, for all that they do. And dear Lord, I also just would like to ask, dear God, that you continue to blessing Elmore County through our public servants, through our law enforcement, our fire service, our public works agencies, dear God. All of the department heads, dear Lord, I just pray that you would help all of us to seek you, dear God, as we do the business of the county, dear God. And dear Lord, help us to see it as a reward from you to be able to serve our citizens, dear God, and our brothers and sisters. Dear God, again, just thank you for so many that have eagerly stepped forward to run in our election, this process, dear God. And I pray for the administration changes all across our nation, dear God, that it will be peaceful. And dear Lord, when it's not, dear God, just help us to work through those challenges and see them as opportunities and just better things and improve things for you. Dear Lord, just again, we want to thank those men and women who have served our country overseas, dear God, protecting our democracy and protecting the freedoms that we get to enjoy each and every day. Again, just thank you for loving us and being who you are to us each and every day. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Would everyone please stand and face the flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ms. Erb, please call roll.
Commissioner Holt,
Here.
Commissioner Daughtry,
Here.
Commissioner Stubbs,
Here.
Commissioner Reeves.
Motion to adopt rules of procedure for the Elmore County Commission.
Motion.
Second.
Ms. Erb, please call roll.
Commissioner Holt,
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry,
Yes.
Commissioner Stubbs,
Yes.
Commissioner Reeves.
Motion to combine the work session and business session for this November 16th, 2016 session.
Motion.
Second.
Ms. Erb, please call roll.
Commissioner Holt,
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry,
Yes.
Commissioner Stubbs,
Yes.
Commissioner Reeves.
Motion to elect a chairman.
Motion to elect Commissioner Troy Stubbs as chairman of the Elmore County Commission.
I second that motion.
Ms. Erb, please call roll.
Commissioner Holt,
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry,
Yes.
Commissioner Stubbs,
Yes.
Commissioner Reeves.
Congratulations, Commissioner Stubbs. I will turn the meeting over to you, Chairman.
Thank you. It's my opportunity to appoint a vice chair, and I will appoint Commissioner Mac Daughtry of District 2 as vice chair. We will now proceed with a review of the minutes of October 24th, 2016 commission meeting and any corrections. Are there any? Motion to approve. Is there a motion to approve?
Second. Motion to approve.
I second it.
Ms. Erb, call roll.
Commissioner Holt,
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry,
Yes.
Chairman Stubbs,
Yes.
Commissioner Reeves.
A review of the memorandum of warrants for the period October 25th, 2016 through November 9th, 2016. Is there any discussion? Is there a motion to approve?
I make a motion.
Second.
Ms. Erb, call roll.
Commissioner Holt,
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry,
Yes.
Chairman Stubbs,
Yes.
Commissioner Reeves.
We will now proceed with new business for this session. If Sheriff Bill Franklin would please come forward and give us an update on the eclectic dispatch contract.
I appreciate that. The business before you should have a contract in your packet there. I believe in May of this year, we had a situation where I was contacted by the officials there in Eclectic. Also, about a month later, it would be the officials there that represented the city of Wetumpka. This is only going to concern Eclectic. What has happened is, I believe, with the help of Major Jerry Mamerson in our department and the county's attorney, Chris, a contract was crafted, which is before you, and it explains in detail what Eclectic is participating in, and the reimbursement plan, which would involve 4 quarterly payments over the course of the whole entire year. It would be December 31st, March 31st, I believe July 31st, and then September 30th. As you can see, it was passed on September the 26th, and then they also approved it on, I believe, October the 3rd. Our budget started October the 1st. Grace told me to do this proper and professionally. It would need to come back before y'all pretty much to amend the budget to allow Eclectic to give us the 4 quarterly payments this year. So nothing has changed. There's no monies that have been changed. We're not asking for any additional monies in the budget. These are just merely allowing the city of Eclectic to reimburse us the monies that would be due us for the dispatch that will be overtaken for them.
Thank you, Sheriff Franklin. Are there any questions or discussion from any of the commissioners for Sheriff Franklin?
Yes, sir. Eclectic is participating as of tonight. Tomorrow night we're going to cut their line, and that was the urgency on me having to come before y'all now. Actually, we will take over their dispatch as of Thursday morning. Let's see, that's the day 16th, to be Friday morning, we'll take over dispatch. Now, Wetumpka is before their council now, but they have discussed it. I think most everybody that I've talked to, the mayor, the police chief, the fire chief, several other people down there, they are desirous of coming on board, but they have not passed it in their city council meeting yet. But it's my understanding that they are desirous of coming on also. It actually helps and behooves us to actually do Eclectic first and then Wetumpka, instead of having to absorb both at one time. Be a lot less as far as the interoperability of what we've got going on, trying to absorb both of them at one time. It's just easier to do one than the other. That's correct. That's why the EMA building was built. I think Mr. Jones is familiar with that. I got, Mr. Faulkner in the back. He can attest to that also. But, we're not shutting the door on, Millbrook or Tallahassee by any stretch of the imagination. They just haven't approached us yet. I'm sure they're probably looking to see how this is gonna work with Eclectic and Wetumpka.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Our next item of new business, we're going to discuss the budget amendment to accommodate this contract that Sheriff Franklin just explained to us. Ms. McDuffie, do you have any comments regarding how that process will take place?
Yes, Chairman, I do. The budget amendment will be for the 3 dispatch positions. The contract calls for their salary, their benefits, to be reimbursed on a quarterly basis, their actual hours worked and benefits, as well as one-time charges to set up the equipment into the EOC building, as well as a one-time maintenance fee on the, yearly maintenance fee on the equipment in the building. So they're going to reimburse the county 100% of salaries and then the fees to get up and running. So it should not cost the county anything because they're going to be reimbursed. Actual.
Okay. Thank you. Any discussion or questions from Ms. McDuffie? Is there a motion to approve or deny this budget amendment?
I make a motion to approve it.
I make a second. Ms. Erb, will you call roll?
Commissioner Holt,
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry,
Yes.
Chairman Stubbs,
Yes.
Commissioner Reeves.
Next, we will consider obtaining estimates for an audit of the Commission financial records. I'm going to yield the time to Commissioner Holt, who has submitted this for the agenda, and provide him an opportunity to explain this consideration.
The purpose for the wanting to offer a motion and for us to consider this is for several reasons. And one thing I wanted to make clear too is Chairman Stubbs just said this is to consider obtaining estimates. It doesn't mean that that if we approve it, that we take the estimates and we have to do it. We're going to decide once we get the estimates if we approve a motion to do this. My thought path was we got a whole new commission, and I felt like it would be a good idea in the event we get estimates and we approve those estimates and do it, that it would be a step in the right direction for us to show full transparency, especially since we're all new.
Thank you, Commissioner Holt. Are there any discussion or any questions regarding that from any of the commissioners?
Mr. Chairman and Commissioners, I'm certainly open to considering that possibility. However, I would not want to spend any of the taxpayers' money of Elmore County if it's not needed. I understand there's a state examiner's public accounts audit that was just completed, and we'll have the results of that within the next 30 days. And I think we all sitting here know of the some of the discrepancies that have been discovered over the last few months, thus the empty commission seat. So I agree with Commissioner Holt that we need to start with a clean slate. We need to know that everything's in order. But I would hope that we would also consider the State Examiner of Public Accounts final report to be included in the discussion. And also they audited for legal compliance as well. So that's what I'd like to say regarding that situation.
Thank you, Commissioner Daughtry. Any other questions or discussion? All right, is there a motion?
Can I make a
Yes, sir.
statement prior to that? I agree with what Mac's saying. You know, it might work out that we might not need to do it even after we get the estimates, because we're not saying we're going to do anything to spend any money. Once we see that state audit, it might be sufficient.
to, make sure that everything is the way we would want it to be. So I want to say that up front. We're not committing to spend any money, just at this point. My motion is, Chairman, to authorize Ms. McDuffie to obtain sealed bids from Aldridge Borden, who is now located in Wetumpka, by the way, Jackson Thornton, and Warren Averett to perform an independent audit. And once we get that, we will make a decision about whether to go forward or not. Thank you.
All right. So there's a motion to receive that. There's a second. Ms. Erb, please call roll.
Commissioner Holt?
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry?
Yes.
Chairman Stubbs?
Yes.
Commissioner Reeves?
Thank you. We will now proceed. You should have in your packets the fiscal year 2017 commission meeting dates schedule. Is there any discussion regarding the dates that have been proposed for the commission meetings? Is there a motion to? Yes, sir. Okay. Okay, any other discussion? Yes, ma'am.
You're required to pass your meeting dates at the first meeting of the commission. You
Okay.
can go back and change them, but you are required to pass.
So we have the option to amend those dates. So is there a motion? Okay, thank you, Commissioner Reeves. Is there a motion to approve the fiscal year 2017 commission meeting dates schedule as proposed? Motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Ms. Erb, call roll.
Commissioner Holt?
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry?
Yes.
Chairman Stubbs?
Yes.
Commissioner Reeves?
Okay, somewhat related item, consideration for the fiscal year 2017 holiday schedule as proposed in the packet that you've received. Is there a motion or any discussion? Is there a motion to approve or deny this holiday schedule?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Ms. Erb, call roll.
Commissioner Holt?
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry?
Yes.
Chairman Stubbs?
Yes.
Commissioner Reeves?
Thank you. In your consent docket, you should have items for approval. There's only one item there today. After you've reviewed it, are there any items in the docket that you would like to be pulled for discussion? If not, is there a motion to approve the consent docket?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Ms. Erb, call roll.
Commissioner Holt?
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry?
Yes.
Chairman Stubbs?
Yes.
Commissioner Reeves? Chairman, you missed the notification of the bids.
Oh, I apologize. Thank you. I'm going to turn the time over to County Engineer Richie Beyer regarding a notification of no bids received for the bid inquiry 2017-19 Gabion Baskets. If you didn't.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, typically we have annual contracts in place or annual bids for different material items that we use in the course of business of the Highway Department and for our facilities. This is one item that was actually included in the Southeast Regional bid, and we did not get satisfactory bids in that region bid as well, so we rebid them, and we had no responses. And the purpose of giving you the notification and putting that in the minutes is per the Alabama competitive bid law, once that is in place, then the county has the ability to seek pricing on a case-by-case basis for our purchases. This is an item that we will be using a good bit of this year related to some bridge replacements. So no necessary action, just making sure there's notification in the minutes for you for for our documentation for the public bids law.
Thank you. So the item that we need a motion to approve is to amend or to add this to the minutes. Is there no need for a
No need for a motion, just
okay,
the notification just
clarification.
needs to be in the minutes. Yes.
Okay, thank you. We'll make sure that that's in the minutes. We'll move to the personnel notifications. Notification of hire of Colby Davis, Corrections Officer, effective 10/16/2016, replacing E. Ragsdale. Notification of hire of Eric Bell, Corrections Officer, effective 10/20/2016, to replace P. Haney. Notification of resignation of Megan Fish, dispatcher, effective 12/10/2016. Notification of hire of Robert J. Caro, dispatcher, effective 11/20/2016. New position per contract. Notification of hire of Alice D. Bass, dispatcher, effective 11/20/2016. That is also new position per contract. And notification of hire of Donna Jill Boston, probate clerk, effective 10/31/2016, to replace Kay Ottinger. We will now proceed to the reports to the Commission. We will begin with County Administrator's report, Ms. Grace McDuffie.
I just want to congratulate each one of you on your election, and I hope the next 4 years is very pleasant for all of us. But congratulations, and I look forward to working with you.
Thank you. All right, Highway Department report, Richie Byer, County Engineer.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, I echo the Administrator's congratulations to you. Look forward to working with you over the next 4 years. I have placed in front of you a good bit of information, but what I've tried to do is give you the meat of the operations for the Highway Department and for our facilities. There's budget information in there specifically related to those two departments. There's basic information about our structure, the way we operate, our rules, things that I believe are important for you as you step into your new roles today. Also, I've given you a couple other items for your information. One of them looks like this, with a little spreadsheet with some dollar amounts on it. It talks about the amount of project work that has occurred over the last decade plus. But the second page of that is actually a annual inspection report from the Department of Transportation. And I think it's worth noting that our average grades for the roads that the state inspects, which is about 200 of our 800-mile paved system, that has to do with agreements that the county has in place with DOT to maintain these roads based on federal and state money being used. Our current grade this year was 92.19, and in comparison, in 2003, that same grade for the county was 82. So just to give you a little comparison that puts this chart into some kind of perspective of the investment levels and the difference in that grade. Now, that's not all our system. I'm going to share more information with you over the coming months about grades and how those things affect, and there's some in your packet. I told Commissioner Holt before the meeting, if you feel like you can't sleep at night, just open this packet up and start reading, and it'll cure that insomnia. But a lot of good information in there. A couple other items. You got 2 maps. These maps are very important tools for us in Elmore County to advance highway projects. They've been very instrumental in helping move along projects like Alabama 14 and 143 and the work that's going on now there. It's also, the top one is our county infrastructure plan, or our county transportation plan. It has the buy-in from all 8 municipalities and the county commission and our economic development authority and our board of education. This is a tool that is unique to us in this county, and it'll be something that over the next couple months that we will be revisiting with our new councils and our new commission members to try to update this plan. We have typically tried to make sure, at least during the beginning of the commission tenure and council tenures, that we update that and make sure it meets our needs and our desires as we go to try to get projects and bring money back to Elmore County. The last thing, if any of you attended the last county commission meeting, I gave the county commissioners that have just left office a roof assessment for the county jail and county courthouse. Several years ago, the county engineer's office took over the facilities, operations, and maintenance for all the buildings in the county. And one of the things we were charged with was taking a proactive approach to buildings similar to what we had been doing on the roads and bridges. And this is just another result of some of that proactive planning of going out and trying to make sure we're heading off problems before they become critical. And so this is not something that's in this current year's budget. It's something that we're going to have to work to over the next 12 to 15 months to try to get some ideas of how to address this, but you need to be armed with these needs that we have. There's a lot of stuff in your packet about Blueprint 2020 that talks about buildings and what's been done to the buildings. A good example sitting right outside of us, that red steel that's going up and the concrete, addressing some of the space needs, but this is just another example of some of the needs and how we're trying to program those instead of being reactive to them. So, Mr. Chairman, that's all I have in the way of report. Do y'all have any questions of me?
Mr. Chairman and Commissioners, I just want to take a moment. I had the privilege of working with Mr. Byer in a previous administration, and while we got this large crowd here, I just want to say thank you. Not only do I think he's the best county engineer in the state, but he's been voted the best county engineer in the nation. And we're very blessed in Elmore County to have Mr. Byer as our county engineer. And I don't want to put you on the spot, but since the governor started the grant process, particularly the most recent one in the last few years, I think 2010 or 2011, do you have any guesstimate in your head about how many millions have been brought into Elmore County?
During the Blueprint 2020 time frame, which is about the last 36 months, it was a little less than $25 million in that time frame.
You're to be complimented on that. And Commissioner Earl Reeves is sitting up here, and he was on the commission that brought you here, and I want to thank him for that as well. And thank you for all you do and the way you look out for the Elmore County residents. And I know when a grant process is opened up in Montgomery, Mr. Byers usually down there that day or the next. He has all of his ducks in a row and he's ready to move. So thank you very much for all you do.
Thank you, Commissioner Daughtry. We'll proceed now with the Emergency Management Agency report from our EMA Director, Eric Jones.
Certainly. Chairman, Commissioners, I appreciate the opportunity to give you a quick update on our operations at this time as well. I, too, would like to just say congratulations again. I look forward to working with all of you over the next 4 years. I have already met with most of you and gone over our operation that we have in place now and provided, I think, some sleeping aids, as Richie was talking about. I think I've given you all plenty to give you some help with that insomnia. But if there's anything our office can do to help with any information, additional information or training or anything like that you're interested in, please don't hesitate to give us a call. A couple of items that we're working on right now is we are starting the process of updating our county emergency operations plan. We do that on a cycle now, along with our communications plan. We have an interoperable communications plan that we've been working on updating for a couple of months now as well. We're also in the process of updating our standard operating guidelines for our office. It's been a couple of years since we've gone through those, and we're going back through those. And then I've also completed the annual work plan that we submit to the state EMA office. I think Director Art Faulkner is here, and we have an excellent working relationship with our state EMA office, and we appreciate the relationship we have with them. And they're a tremendous asset for us to be able to call on. Training, we also host quite a number of training classes. We hosted a working with the media training class last Thursday on the 10th, and we had about 20 folks from across the county and region that participated in that. And then we're also working on a winter weather exercise that we're going to be hosting up at our EOC in the Emergency Operations Center in early December. We're working on that. And then we've got a couple of grant programs that we're also working and pushing forward on right now as well with regards to mitigation projects and homeland security projects. So those are a couple of items I wanted to just mention broadly, but again, I look forward to working with you all, and congratulations again. Y'all have any questions of me at this time?
Thank you very much for that report. We will now have a county attorney's report from Chris Weller of Capel & Howard.
Good morning and congratulations to each of you. You're to be commended for winning election. I will say this. The county engineer and the emergency management representative here have nothing on lawyers when it comes to sleep aids. I can provide you some briefs and legal authorities for that. I will be always available to answer any questions that either the chairman may have or the commission may have. Our firm provides advice regarding real estate transactions, construction contracts, general contracts you enter into, franchise contracts, contract review, state law compliance, a myriad of legal advice that is available to you through our firm. And I hope and look forward to working with each of you, and I'd be glad to answer any questions that you may have at this time.
All right. Thank you. Any questions? All right, we are going to add something to our agenda today. I'd like to give each of the newly elected commissioners who've been sworn in today an opportunity to address you, the citizens, just a couple of minutes to share their thoughts and feelings today. So we will begin that report with Commissioner Kenny Holt.
Thank you, Chairman. I'd like to say that I'd like to thank everyone that helped me get here. That's the voters, the friends, the family, and God. One thing I think we all agree on is we want to be a good commission for the constituents that we represent, and we want to be good stewards of your money. And I think we have a group that can do that and make you proud. And that's kind of my goal, Mr. Chairman, and I want us to work towards that. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Holt. Commissioner Daughtry.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you for coming today. I'm glad to see large crowds when we have a county commission, because I know it's a special day for us and for you as families, but it's I wish we could fill this courtroom up every time we have a meeting and let the people have see what's going on and have more input into the county government. I want to thank my family who stood beside me all these years, and my friends who've here today. And, you know, we're nothing more than stewards of the people, servants of the people. We're sent down here to make decisions on taxpayer money when the taxpayers can't be here. And I take that responsibility very seriously. I think it's human nature that these 4 people sitting here and the 5 in the end will not agree on everything, but I think we can work things out, we can work in harmony, and we can put the best interest of the people of Elmore County forward, and that's my prayer and my hope. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you, Commissioner Daughtry. Commissioner Reeves. Thank you, Commissioner Reeves. It's now my opportunity. I first would like to commend each of these men up here with me today. I appreciate their support as their chairman. It is my commitment that all that we do as a county commission will be a team effort. As Commissioner Daughtry addressed, there may be things that we at times disagree on, but our commitment is to serve the people who have elected us and the people who did not vote for us. We serve all citizens in Elmore County, and we all have a passion for that. I've seen these men contribute to this county in many different ways, in public service, in their church families, as fathers, as husbands, and I fully support each of them and their desire and commitment to serve the citizens of Elmore County. We appreciate your support. I appreciate the support of my family. This is easy. The hard part was getting all 6 of us here today. The easy part is sitting up here and serving each of you alongside these fine commissioners, as well as the staff that we have in Elmore County, which is second to none in this great state. Again, I appreciate each of you. I appreciate you being here. I echo Commissioner Daughtry's desire to have crowds like this at our commission meetings. We will be transparent. We have nothing to hide, and we hope to see many of your faces and have you bring some friends along with you to our future meetings. And God bless each of you. We will now address a few important calendar items, and then we'll proceed to adjourning our meeting. First, Wednesday, November 23rd through Friday, November the 25th, 2016, the courthouse will be closed at noon on Wednesday and will remain closed Thursday and Friday in observance of Thanksgiving. Our next commission work session and business meeting will be held on Monday, November the 28th, 2016. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Everybody's fighting over the second here. We'll give that one to Commissioner Reeves. Ms. Erb, will you call the roll?
Commissioner Holt? Commissioner Daughtry?
Yes.
Chairman Stubbs?
Yes.
Commissioner Reeves?
Meeting adjourned.